This video is to demonstrate how to use the Papagayo dictionaries provided with xLights. The xLights Papagayo function uses a set of 3 dictionaries that it uses to build a phoneme set for each word. These dictionaries are located in the installation folder for xLights. This folder is typically either in C program files /xlights for 64-bit installations or C program files x86/xlights for 32-bit installations. Unless you change the folder name when installing xLights, as I do, to keep each year's version of xLights separate. There are 2 standard dictionaries, which are standard_dictionary and extended_dictionary. Normally, you should not edit these files. These dictionaries contain huge listings of words along with each word's associated phonemes. A third file, user_dictionary, is also initially installed in this folder, and that is where extra words can be added. As xLights proceeds with the breakdown process, there may occasionally be a word that it cannot find in these dictionaries files, so there will be no phoneme shown below the word after the breakdown, as shown here. When this happens, there is a simple process to add that word or words to the user dictionary. This is the only dictionary to which you should add words. This is the user_dictionary and is a simple text file which can be edited by using a text editor. I recommend using Notepad++ because it has a function that is very handy in debugging any data entry errors. One thing to note here is that to keep this user dictionary file from being overwritten during a future update installation of xLights, I strongly suggest you should copy the user_dictionary file to where your sequences are located. xLights will always look there for this file when starting up. If it does not find it, it will default to using the one that is in the main installation folder, which does get overwritten on each update installation of xLights. As with any configuration file, I highly recommend that you make a backup copy of this file before performing any editing. When this file is first opened, it contains 2 parts: an introduction and 1 or more lines with a single word line in it, like this. The lines at the beginning that start with a £sign are comments and are ignored when processed. Each line following the comments section contains a word and its associated phonemes. Note, these phonemes may look a little different than you might expect because they are based on the Carnegie-Mellon Pronouncing Dictionary, referred to as CMU-style phonemes, not the Preston Blair phonemes that Papagayo currently uses. The CMU phonemes are more complex, but are also more complete. All these dictionaries use the CMU phonemes, which also allow Papagayo to map them to other phoneme sets in the future. xLights uses a mapping file to translate these phonemes to the ones it uses. I have a sequence open to which I have already performed phrase and word breakdown. As you can see, the word do and do not have associated phonemes and therefore does not exist in any of the dictionaries, so they will need to be added. If you only have 1 or 2 words you need to add, I will first show you a quick method to get its phoneme breakdown if possible. You should open the online CMU Pronouncing Dictionary at this URL shown in this web page. In the box below the title, look up the pronunciation for a word or phrase in the CMU dictionary, enter your word and click the Look It Up button, as I will show using the word do. If a red dot appears with the phrase, not in dictionary, you will need to use the Logos tools, which is able to generate missing pronunciations by rule. Then you will need to create a text file on your desktop or wherever you like. The file name can be any name. In this file is where you will place all the words that you did not have any phonemes associated with during the phoneme breakdown process. I usually name this file missingwords.txt. There's no special formatting required. It is just a list of words, one per line. One thing to note here is that if you have any hyphenated words such as scree - you should break the word into two words such as screa and for this list, with each one on a separate line. Also remove any other non-alphanumeric characters that are not spoken. I will now enter the two words that need to be broken down into my missingword.txt file. That is do and do. After the list is entered, either do a menu command, File, Save, or type Control key plus the S key to save the entered words. Note, it is recommended that if you have any words in this file from previous use, to delete them first so they will not accidentally get duplicated in the dictionary. Now back to the open web page and click the Logos link in your browser to open the next web page. Then click the Choose File button and browse to the previously created text file and click on it or enter its name into the file box. In this case, my file is located on my desktop named missingwords.txt. Now click the Open button. Then click the Compile button. Once the processing has completed, another web page will appear. In this web page, find and click the word Link. On this web page, locate the file name with the .dict file extension and double-click it. Finally, a web page will appear with the words and their phoneme breakdown. If you have xLights open, close the program, saving any previous work. If your user_dictionary file is not open, open it in an editor. Now, return to the last page with your processed words and click on it. Type Control plus A to highlight this list. Press Control C to copy the list, then switch to the Open user_dictionary in Notepad++. Click on a point below the existing list and press Control V and then hit Enter. It is important to note at this point to do a quick check of the file for any tab characters which can cause xLights problem in processing the dictionary. In the toolbar, locate the button that looks like a paragraph marker and click it, like this. All special characters will now be shown. Look for a character that looks like a right pointing arrow. Highlight each one and press space to remove the arrow. If the list is very long, you can also do a search for tab characters and replace them with a space. However, most lists of words are short and should take only moments to review. Now save your user dictionary file by clicking on the Save icon. which is a little disc that when you place the mouse cursor over it, it will say save. Or you can just type Ctrl+S to save the entered words. After saving the user_dictionary file, reopen xLights and locate the sequence you were working on. While I'm waiting for xLights to come up, one thing of note is that it would be really good that if I could store a marker within the file that would allow me to reopen this file and go back to that marker, that would be a great feature to add to xLights. Now that xLights is open, I will zoom in to where the missing breakdown phonemes are. If you just have one missing word, you can find that word, you can right click on it and do a breakdown of the word. Or if you have multiple words, you can just repeat the breakdown words from the track level. As note, breaking down words, any existing phonemes will be deleted. This may take a few minutes for it to load the dictionaries. Now you can see that the words have been added to the dictionary and it properly breaks them down. Further note, all previously edited phonemes that you had done previous to this procedure will be eliminated during this particular process. Thank you for watching.